Today in the grain market, soybeans did fall again for the fourth day in a row. That China virus is hurting futures right now. The fears that demand is going to really weaken has created some momentum to push those futures well into its correction. We talked about this last week, that the objective would be somewhere around 846. And we're halfway there already. And now, because it's gone so quickly, we are in oversold situation. So we could have a little bit of a rebound. Maybe it's just intraday, but you have to watch for that. And volatility is going to be on its highs. That's why we expect wild volatility will definitely overtake all the markets going forward, certainly for the short term. Now, corn also dropped really double digits for a while. It had a little bit of a recovery, but it's across the board grain market sell-off because of this virus. Real worries and uncertainty on what's going to happen with demand is really what's at the forefront right now. And with the 80 deaths that came out of China, worries that that there could be some continuum here in the United States is almost stalling any kind of movement in the food industry across the board. And so there needs to be some some other headline to kind of slow things down. And certainly with a lot of participants on the sideline makes it difficult for these markets to recover once the algorithms step in and there gets to be this big momentum. Wheat was also a lot lower. Now, the futures did breach through a big technical support level, and that pushed it lower pretty strongly, maybe almost 15 or 16 cents in the March contract of Chicago. But some of those huge long positions may be kicking back in because the market was able to recover somewhat. But it looks like that the virus problem and everything that's going on in Washington, D.C. is really taking its toll on all the markets. So this downside momentum can press the wheat market, especially to this correction level. And that number would be about $5.30. Still relatively high overall for the past couple of months, but right now it looks like algorithms may have the advantage, and the markets really look to be very volatile going forward.